It is 8 p.m. Sort of. 8:04. I'm a little late. Sorry about that. But do you know where your toys are? Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo, and welcome back to my channel, Yimbo Reviews Everything. And this is my Sunday night podcast where we get to talk about life in toys and Dragonflies and Haslabs and customer service emails. And tonight I have a very special guest. You know him, you love him. Hashtag we want Cody. What's up, Too Much New Toys?
Yo, what up? Yimbo in his house.
How you doing,
folks?
man?
I'm doing good. How are you? It's been a bit.
It has. It's been I'm happy you were able to jump on tonight. I know the usual
My
suspects.
very busy schedule.
It's just been like, we're entering holiday season, and
Yeah.
my wife and I are hosting Thanksgiving. So this weekend, I was all family time / really getting this house ready. Just picking up after 5-year-old twins.
Do you
That's all
do
we're
much of the
doing.
cooking, or
No, my wife
you
handles
more logistics?
I am on cleaning. I mean, obviously my wife does a ton anyway, but in terms of the day before, I'm hardcore cleaning. I do the deep cleaning. So I get the bathrooms and the floors, wipe them down, mop them down, Swiffer them down, vacuum them up, all of that fun stuff.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Do
Yeah.
you have a big get together, or if it's a smaller thing, or?
We have we're down a couple people this year, so it's not massive. So it's it'll be both sets of our parents, and then my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and her family. So
Very nice.
it'll be good. It's nothing super crazy though. I know other people that have massive get-togethers. It's just that the kids, we have our niece and nephew come, and then with our kids, and then if we do have more, it just starts all of a sudden the kids occupy way more space now that they're bigger.
Yeah. It's like what it's like. It's like fractal. It just spreads and spreads the more the family grows.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
So but yeah, so this was I've been I feel just trying to stay afloat at work this week. I didn't do a ton of toy stuff, but I did go live. I had 3 midweek streams.
I've been seeing, yeah, you're a live addict now. It's been cool to see.
Yeah, well, that's always been my bread and butter. I mean, I have an easier time in terms of just time alone to be able to I could just dedicate going live, and then it saves on the editing and
right. I
right now,
like a good pop on live, especially vertical live streaming.
Yeah, that's been my jam. It feels very TikTok-y.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's
I mean, they're directly trying to copy TikTok.
Right.
Which now you can do 3-minute shorts on YouTube, folks. So
that's really great because
the app doesn't tell you, but if you upload a vertical video that's less than 3 minutes, it'll put it as a short. And now that functionality seems to be working.
Yeah, I saw the announcement, and I had posted a video thinking it would go to the shorts feed, but it turned out to just post as a video. So I was like, I'll leave it. But that was
they
my
said
plan.
It'll take time for them to fully convert it over. But one of my NECA videos I posted, and it was it's a short, and I was like, well, how about that?
No, that's good. That's good. And you were the one that pointed out the first time I did that vertical live that I was in the shorts feed. So it was very interesting to, have some new people find our smiling faces, So that was interesting.
It's good to see you out in the wild, the public.
Yeah. It was it's certainly an interesting to break out of our nurtured little community to have regular normies out in the world, muggles, if you will, discover
I remember
people that like toys.
You had your famous barber shop hair salon co-stream, right?
Yes. That one was wild. That was still so wild. But yeah, these YouTube vertical lives have been the closest to that feeling, but that was just a trip in general, because that was just straight up what do you mean I'm gonna go live with a random person TikTok? That was so Sure, I'll say yes to everything. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know
I
everything. It's
love
a
that. I
wild
wish I
west.
could have. Did you save that video by chance or?
I don't know what I wanted to. I think I tried. It might live on my phone, but it's so who knows. I did want
I
to
don't know
save
how
it because
long
that
you
was
might check TikTok Studio. I don't know how long they keep recordings, but if there's a chance to revive that, that would be fantastic.
I know just to relive it. I would just want to watch it again. Just like look at myself. Look at this goofball trying to explain toy photography. Oh my god, that was funny. That
That's
was a good
so
time.
good. Pure
Um,
magic.
but yeah, so that's what I did. I was focusing exclusively on like doing lives this week. So again,
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
my citizens of Yambonia for voting on like that's how I'll kind of work it as like the first video or live that I do during the week. So I covered Daredevil, the Mafex versus Legends. What else did I do? I unboxed the Dragonfly, and then
Yeah,
Friday I had
partially built it.
yeah, yeah. So now it's done. I can show it off to you. It is
Ooh.
insane. It's insane. Um, and then I had what was it? Just like a delayed opening. I had a random delay. Like it wasn't random. I was honestly hoping for a snow day, but I ended up getting a delay. But my family didn't have anything at their schools, so I just was operating
Mm.
like normal. And then I called my mom because I called my mom on my ride to work, say hi. Uh, and she's like, "I got the phone call. You don't have to go in for like another 2 hours." I was like, "Here I come, internet."
Isn't that the best feeling when you're expecting to work and then you don't have to?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I was already
One of the
dressed,
best things in
showered. I
life.
was ready to rock. I was just like, "All right, well, let's do this." So, thanks, Toy Page. I had a blast hanging out with you during that live. So thank you. I think I saw you in here before. And this actually is a good time, real quick, Cody, to say hi to our friends in the chat. So let's start it off with our man Carlos. How you doing, Cal? And there's Cody. That's you. That's you. Old grumpy nerds in the house. What's going on, man? And here's our friend Michael. What's going on, Tricks Blast? Rail Collects. Thank you for shouting out the stream tonight. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Um, let's see. HC Yellow Jacket. My man Martin. How you doing, buddy? Is it the live for the Hot Toys giveaway? Not exactly. One day I'll have that Hot Toys giveaway money, but today is not that day. Ray Paz, what's going on? Ringleader Ray, how you doing, buddy? Here's highly articulated. Where are the bodies? Oh, come on. See, this is all unparalleled in the Sentinel's fault, Cody. They're trying to make me like a Patrick Bateman. I'm just me. I'm just the Yimbo, guys.
I mean, it's always the ones you don't expect. It's very, like they're shocked. It's like they're interviewing the friend. They'd be interviewing all of us on the news and like, we never suspected. But I would want to be the guy. I'd be like, I always knew it. I knew it. I knew he was a killer from day one.
If you had, no, I know they're just my friends busting my chops, but I feel like I don't know. I guess I always like to think I have a good read of people and character, like even if what they're presenting is not authentic. But no, I feel like everybody in the chat, this is me, guys. This is just who I am. One day Cody will get to hang out with me in person. He can't speak to
and
it.
I'll give the scoop. I'll tell you all the real Yimbo afterwards.
And there's the Machu Toy. What's going on, Matt? I got to a sneak peek. I hope he doesn't mind me shout, but like I love shouting out Matt's work. But in our group chat before, he was doing some more painting of head sculpts, and once again, masterful job, Matt. Masterful. Josh Brown's in the house. Oh, double dipping. There you go. That's fine. Again, you guys are the best. Wherever you are going to be enjoying listening to toys, just enjoying your Sunday night. Again, I just appreciate you guys being here. Again, Josh, thank you so much for shouting out the show this evening. What else do we have? Man, Beast Boy's in the house. What's going on? Happy Sunday, dude. Messy Photography. Good to see you, man. Yeah, Double Agents. There we go. And who else do we have over here? There's Toy Page. I thought I saw your name in here before. What's going on, man? KJ Smith's in the house. How you doing, brother? See, this is why there's no giveaway, because I don't want to be accused of it being a rigathon. Just kidding, KJ. Solo Sitter, how you doing? Happy Sunday night, man. Oh, so good to see have you here. Just seeing your name. Just love you, Solo Sitter. Let's see. Scrolling down. Oh, Rel, I'm digging the vertical live streams. There we go. That's what I like to hear. Again, if you guys don't already subscribed to Cody, Too Much New Toys, over here on YouTube, please do. The man cranks out exceptional content every day. I told him
Thank
earlier.
you. Thank you.
Oh, well, I mean, dude, you crack me, you have me in stitches. But I literally was explaining to my wife midweek, because one of the topics tonight, I wanted to have my Yimbo take, which is so silly and third person rockish of me to, but I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on the whole NECA debacle. And it was really funny because I started explaining to my wife, and I was like, you know what? Just hang on. And I played Rocco's video and then yours. I said, let two of the best that just like to shred. Just here you go.
That's
And
hilarious.
she was cracking up, man. So um and let's see. Oh, KJ Yimbo, I wanted to thank you again for the great deal on your second TMNT Donnie Lab. Oh.
Oh, yep, yep. Yimbo, he did get a few freebies that he's been
Lots of
slowly doling out.
freebies.
He's really cleaned up.
But I think we're gonna have to skip we'll save the Dragonfly, because I also just saw that you opened up your Starscream, so I hope you have him
Starscream's
handy.
amazing.
Yeah, I want to talk about him tonight, the Dragonfly, but I think the NECA thing is gonna have to be our first talking point, because I just this is my first time on the internet being able to address it, and you've covered it so well. I can't wait.
Alive.
I can't wait. Dick Spigs, our global icon and national treasure. What's going on, Ryan? Giant. Yeah, I got a couple of little hot toys. Look at even Spidey next to that's a hot toy.
Spidey's pretty big, actually.
Yeah, that's a hot toy, but compared to even Giant Man, there, it's a big boy.
Yeah, even like the Watcher. Who's that who's that next to the Watcher?
Oh, Deadpool. So if I bring this down, that is Deadpool wearing a baseball jersey and shorts from a Barbie.
Oh.
Or a Ken doll, I should say. But that's him. Next to Groot, next to Angel, next to a Lone Wolf Batman statue he made me. Yeah, that's what's cooking back there. Just chilling. They're just chilling. Kid Dolting's in the house. How you doing, man? Happy Sunday. What a time to be a NECA collector. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Toy Mirth, what's up, Anthony? Another shout out to Anthony too. I just saw again in the couple of minutes before the live stream that he posted a video of his shelf gravy diorama. Did you see this yet, Cody?
Shelf gravy.
So I know you weren't at Legion's Con, but I know you are. You have your fingers on the pulse of toy stuff. So there was the talk of Legion's Con of this diorama. Here, I gotta show it. It's insane. Won't even have to share this. There we go. So this is Anthony just posted. It's a massive. It's so awesome. It's two layers. You could see it has like 4 distinct photography areas that that's like
super epic.
Yeah, Anthony had literally said he's like I want to have people over to come take pictures, and none of us will even block each other's shots. Like we can literally have 4 people taking photos on this thing, and we wouldn't even be in the background. Like we wouldn't even be in the bokeh because there's just so much going on. Oh, it's so cool. So that was from Shelf Gravy. So just wanted to shout you out, Anthony. Glad you got that set up, buddy. Who else is in the house? Wing or lose? Happy Sunday, man. Let's see. Solar Center says also doing double duty with Brick something. There we go. Well, I told Brick we have to do a cross stream where we actually do this together. So that will be fun. That will be fun. I've been slow to get things set up. That's why I'm happy Cody was able to hop on and join me tonight, because every week I've been like, oh yeah, I gotta set and then I just all of a sudden it's Sunday and then it's here. Captain McKay's in the house. What's going on, dude? Happy weekend. Daniel Evans, thanks for being here. Let's see. Yeah, love your neighbors as love yourself. That's right. Golden rule, man. Nerd 88 and old grumpy nerd. No He-Man wigs for Cody today.
It's always waiting. Sometimes I can only take the heat for so long.
That's true. That's true.
Wigs, they don't really talk about how hot wigs are, but.
Dude, I can't imagine when I see like at both San Diego, but in New York especially, I got to really be there that Saturday for cosplayer day. like so much respect for people that rock the full garb or like
Oh,
latex prosthetics, and also, I mean, like to pull off the look, it's crazy in the best way possible.
yeah, it's dedication. It's like when you wore like your Deadpool mask, like and your
Yeah,
Batman
yeah,
mask the whole
yeah.
time, you know?
The Batman man, that was that was just me sitting in a chair. I can't imagine trying to like exist for 8 hours out in the real world. So again, shout out to the
But I think you
cosplayers.
did experience the magic of why people like it transformed your personality, and you could tell like a different facet of you was just naturally coming out. Like,
You see right through me, Cody. Paige with the build is sick. Yeah, check out Shelf Gravy guys over on Instagram. Amazing stuff. Even Unparalleled got himself a little dio from them that was part of my like final package I shipped off to him to wrap up his Legions Con experience. Captain McKay with what a diorama. I hear you, man. Murray scored the dio of the year for sure. Just needs a dragon to land on now. That's right. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Anthony, I can't wait. I know I was included in the invites. I can't wait to go and hang out and take pictures on the thing. But hang out, and then take pictures. You know. That would be badass. There we go. Art G's in the house. Happy Sunday, Art. How you doing, man? And here's a Ruben Bro. What's going on, Ender Shadow? How you doing, buddy boy? Um, just making sure we hit everybody. Here's Danny Toy Addict 17. How you doing, you sweet man? And let's see. Can't wait to get Rage Toys, Mikey. Hell yeah, absolutely. So yeah, let's start with NECA. So I told Cody, I was like, I can't wait to talk to him about this. I'm like, Dark Imbo is gonna come out.
Dark Yimbo.
Dark
Get ready,
Imbo.
folks.
All right.
He's gonna
So
be swearing. No expletive is off limits.
well, I wasn't gonna like curse. You got me up, but now you may like now I want to. But like, okay. I want to shout out Nostalgia Unboxed and Mad Hatter because I always check it out there. They had a stream talking about this earlier this week, either Friday or Saturday. So I did.
Yeah.
I want to reiterate their point at the beginning before they jumped in, because it's something that, you know, like I try to be very cautious of when talking about toy companies. It's not because like I want to fall out of good or bad grace with these companies, because most of them don't know who I am, so that's fine.
Mm.
It's the fact that we've gotten to now talk to a lot of the people that develop said toys, and this is not an issue related to those fantastically creative people that like give us the toys, right? This is an independent. This is strictly focusing on the people that are in the business chairs, I guess, the positions of being able to make these decisions. So it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Like
I think it's fair to like brutally go after a company like all you
yeah,
want. I don't care.
right,
But I do think when people target like specific employees, even if you knew for a fact it was like one specific employee who
right,
like wrote the email, which we don't, like we have no way of
right,
knowing that. But even if
right,
you knew for a fact, I think it's just a horrible thing to go after a specific person, especially
right.
when you're on the internet and you have a platform. And anybody who has like at all social media, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like the unhinged comments and unhinged people
Oh yeah,
you can deal
yeah,
with. So like anytime you direct it to a specific person, that's like way over the line.
yeah. See that's so good, Cody. See, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you. Yes, I
But the
appreciate that
company,
additional.
fair game. We can burn the company to the ground if we want.
Yeah. Okay. So I did tell Cody I was gonna balance it out because I do have some positive customer service stories from NECA. But it has been a growing issue that I've been seeing people talk about, like their customer service stuff, like just not getting back to people or very slow. So, all right, my two good stories from NECA customer service. When I bought my party van from a toy show, it was from an authorized NECA employee, but I wasn't
Mm.
sure because I was missing one of the cannons. I think you remember this, Cody.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Canon
yeah,
Gate.
like yeah, cannon. My friend NJ Tree, Dan was gonna actually 3D print me one. I was like, well, let me just try to email. And I did very nicely. And they sent me, and it was great. They sent me a brand new Canon in a small shipper box with the plastic bubble wrap. It was wonderful. So they were on top of it. Again, slow. They are very like slower than I would even say Mezco. And I have the companies that like I have reached out to. Like NECA has been slower, and Mezco doesn't. Again, no shade. It's just that they can be slow to get back to you. So
Yeah.
they got back to the. I got the thing. I was so happy. And then the second one, and now this is all connected to like I had to send 3 emails about my San Diego Comic Con. Like just to find out the status. I freaked out because I thought like they thought that they delivered something when nothing arrived. And it took
Is that
me.
where like you got like tracking, but it didn't actually happen?
Yes,
Because I've
yeah.
heard they send people the wrong tracking too, which is a regular thing.
Okay, so that's okay. So this is something that then we need to like this is all where this is all going to be folded on top of each other. Again, this is not a clear black and white issue. This is very much like they got it. This is clearly a problem. I I've just got my stuff in a couple of weeks ago to the point where like it took so long I haven't even unboxed them. I'm not even excited at
What
this
were you
moment.
waiting for?
My San Diego Alf and that 2-pack
Ooh,
of the
Alf.
sketch turtles.
Yeah, the sketch turtles. Yeah, like interestingly, like I lucked out. Like none of my NECA orders were ever delayed. Though I did have an order through a small shop, which they've also really screwed over small shops apparently, because like
Mm.
not only do they not get their product, but like the small shop will order a certain amount, and NECA's like, here's half that, and the shop's like, we're screwed then.
Yeah.
I had a naked Ronin from a
Okay.
small shop that took like months and months just because like they never got it in. But other than that, like my
Okay.
stuff is like even my first turtles,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know if I just got in with the cutoff because like everything after that it seems like good luck getting anything these
Yeah.
days.
So I bought those day 3, and then our friend Chris Toy Father, I think is still waiting on his San Diego order.
Yep, he
Like
is
that's
in the chat.
crazy. 'Cause, like that is insane. Number one, only because so like when people have them in hand, like I was able to pass in store on the black and white version
Yeah,
before
the black
getting.
and white ones are now like 7 deep in store. So
Yeah. But like I was like, I don't even have the ones that I paid for and ordered. So that was a big rigmarole if you were. It took 3 emails to get some like we're sorry, we're on it. It's not shipping out till end of October. So all right, they got back to me, no problem. I ended up getting my turtles in, but then not Alf. So then I sent like a hey, thanks for getting back to me. And then it turned out Alf showed up like a few days later. So no big deal. Um okay. This Donnie Lab situation, Cody. So who do we want? This is just the business side of NECA. How do we want to approach this? Because
yeah, so
I want to
seemingly whatever
throw all the shade.
like inventory or fulfillment system they have, and I've heard like other folks like talk about it, like I don't know if everyone's a member of like the Party Wagon,
Mm,
the Team NT Party Wagon, Gary
yeah.
Dolan Needles,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
because he's worked with similar like he's talked about like he works with Bull Airs or he works for
Yeah.
Bull Airs, and he's
Right.
talked about their inventory system, how like in their case, like if there's 2 people working on it, like if one person updates the system, it won't show the other person. So it
Okay.
could be something like that, why they're like shipping some things out. And so it could be like a mess. But seemingly their inventory system is totally jacked up, which it may have
Yeah.
been for a long time. And this is just really bringing it to light. Because I've had other people, like other collectors I know, like Dozer on TikTok, he's talked about regularly, like sometimes he'll order a figure from NECA and he'll get like 2 of them and he's just like score.
Yeah.
So I think this is kind of a problem they've had for a long time, but they
Yeah.
seem to have really uh like screwed up with the Donnie Labs somehow.
Okay, so I always like to, if part of the thing is maybe we can make some suggestion. Like again, not that we're business on the business side of this at all. All right, then they have to do something, because if this is continually happening, because that's on them, number one. Okay, so I guess this is where the main points are, like, by law, and not that every law is moral, right? Like I think the moral thing in terms of like what they're asking for, if it was asking, that would be the nice thing to do, is to return this extra thing. I get that. I get what they were saying in their emails. I get the sentiment, but this is not like a situation where it would be like in my classroom of like a dispute. Like this is straight up like a business sent extra
Yeah.
things, and there are laws to protect the consumer, such as you don't have to send anything back that you did
It's also like,
earlier.
this is, what is it? I don't know the exact timing, but it's at least like 2 months later. It's like, it's one
Yeah.
thing if you it makes me realize, and I get it, like I work for a company, my whole life is mistake after mistake. I get
Hmm.
mistakes, right?
Yeah.
All of us do. um you would imagine they should have quickly realized, like, oh god, we've we've sent out a lot of these, or like, because they
Yeah.
need to be paying attention about the orders, which apparently they're not if it takes like 2 months.
Right.
Because you think they would be on top of it. And also, like, if you're at all active in the toy community, like day one, people are getting duped Donnie labs. They're like, I got a free lab. This was two
Yeah.
months ago. So it makes me realize, like, they must not be paying attention at all. Because, like, I could have told them 2 months ago this is the problem. And then if they send an email then, like, oh God, hey,
Yeah.
we messed up. Can you please send this back? That's a different story. But if you give
Right.
someone like 2 months lead time, God knows what they even did with it. And at that, I know some people apparently just never opened it or whatever, but
Hmm.
plenty like sold it. Because why wouldn't you? Like,
Like,
cha-ching. Like,
dude,
morality aside, like, I get that. Nobody's saying like it's not the right thing to do. But
right.
in this
Right.
economy, in this world, a free $300, it's like, hell yeah.
Dude,
Like, I'm gonna
dude,
pay some bills. I don't care.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to separate, like, in this one instance, like, because I guess where I was going for in the greater picture, because I've used this point in, like, not every law is moral, right? Like slavery is immoral. Like that was legal
Yeah,
at
yeah,
one
yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's all I mean. Not to jump to a huge stretch, but like this is a law protect, because when we really think about it, like I know as a consumer in the toy space, I've been abused by toy companies and big box stores. Like I've overpaid when, like, in the grand scheme of things dropping on clearance, or like broken thing that I'll just eat or whatever. Like they get one over on me constantly. So it is nice that there are laws in place to protect, like, again, that you can't be charged something and pay for something that you didn't order, you didn't ask for.
Yeah,
that
because
that's
I know,
arrived to
like,
your house.
folks talk about like how small is actually NECA is, like a small company, which that might be true, but when you're selling like millions of products, like if you just think of the number of like Targets and Walmarts, I
Yeah.
don't know, it's like a couple thousand each, and so they're putting
Mhm.
like dozens of each line, so like they're dealing in millions and millions. So I don't care if you are a small company, you're operating as a big company, so you need to like act
Ye-
like it. You can't be like,
Right.
we're just a shoestring group ragtag people selling millions of dollars
Right.
like every month. Like, no, like,
Right.
I don't care. Like, hire 4 customer service people. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it
It,
cuts into your profits. I don't know. Maybe they're like, because if they're like any company in the world, or any like vendor, like we have like a lot of vendors in the chat. If you could sell your
mhm.
products in every GD Walmart in the country,
Yeah.
that's a big thing. Like, nobody cares at that
Yeah.
point. If you're like, it's just me from my bedroom, it's like, sucks to suck. Like,
Right.
invest in a bigger operation. So it's like, but I think they just have to eat it. Like, I think even if, I think they must be like, they must have really screwed up and they desperately need these back, or they're just super oblivious. They didn't realize how this would go over like a lead balloon, which anybody could have told them, like, if you send this email, people will freak out. And so, like, is it worth it to you?
Right.
Because you should just eat it.
And that's where we don't know the inner workings because you're right. Like all intents and purposes, they just this is a loss. This is, you took an L, take the L, accept responsibility. There would have been a very good chance if I had gotten a second one that I would have flipped that immediately. Like, wow. Or I mean, I would have asked friends, like,
because there were, I did see some people, this was a funny thing to me. Like when it started happening, it was well known at that point that NECA was like, good luck getting a hold of them.
yeah.
But they replied like, hey, I got a free one. And they're like, oh, here's a label.
Yeah. Well, then that's kind of messed up too, because then where are their priorities? Like in terms of, because like you said, like I don't view them as a small company anymore. They have a massive presence at Comic-Con. They're in big box stores. Like,
yeah, and that's ignoring
they're
like Amazon, Big
now.
Bad Toy
Yeah.
Store, like AliExpress. Someone in the chat mentioned AliExpress. That's why I've ordered a ton from AliExpress historically. They're a great NECA vendor.
Yeah. So hold on. So let's catch up on our chat real quick and start getting in some opinions too, what you guys are thinking. Let's see. Me and Toy Father still do not have the sketch turtle. See, Chewy too. I didn't realize Chewy didn't have his. Oh yeah. All right, Toy Page. Here we go, buddy. I mean, like it makes me so upset that they sent that tone. Like, I'm very careful with how I talk to people, right? Like all day long, whether it's my own kids, my wife, when I'm at work, when I talk to friends on the internet, like this was just like, there was no thought to how either of those emails were written. Like as an English teacher, I'm offended. Like, unless that was their purpose, unless that was the author's purpose. So anyway, it makes me so upset. But let me put the smile back on my face for a second. Solo Sinner, thank you very, very much. As always, it is never expected, but always, always appreciated. And as Cody pointed out, in this economy and all, it is great. Like, I thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. But there we go for the swear jar. Feel free to lean into the dark side. All right. Then yeah, all right. I'll get some expletives going in a little bit. All right, NECA blew this. They could have and should have just accepted the loss and moved on. Lone Wolf, what's going on, Kev? NECA made a huge mistake and then made more mistakes. It is a rough situation. Like I'm not celebrating this. Like I enjoy their company. I enjoy the people that I've gotten to talk to that work for them. I enjoy their products.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not bringing me happiness but like, how could we not talk about this?
I mean, there is let's like, I feel you, but there is like, at some point in your life, you do want to say like, fuck these corporations, so there is a little joy in it. Like,
yeah,
I don't care like what company it is. There is the illicit thrill of if you got a free one, you're like, hell yeah, I scored one. I got one over on them. And
right.
it is fun to see the spectacle. The human element, once you talk to the employees, it's less fun.
Yes.
But it's always fun to see like a company get screwed over. Let's be real.
Yeah. So that's all right. So talking about this,
but also when it's their own entity, like their own fault, it's even more fun. But it does also suck, but it's also fun. Let's be real.
Right. Okay. So one of my favorite expressions is from like an old timey one is like, man, NECA really stepped on their own dick. You ever hear that one?
Yeah.
Not only did they step on it, but then they did it again. They jumped up and down. The second email, what was more offensive to you as a collector in general, but also as a guy that like this? Did you end up getting what happened with your situation? Did you order a Donnie Lab? I don't want to like call you out or put.
No. And if I would have gotten a free one, would I have told people? Because when you're trying to be a toy influencer, you can't just be like, I got a free one, because then maybe NECA does reach out to you and like, whoa, wait.
Well, there's a little self-preservation you have to keep in mind. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought about buying one, but I didn't pull the trigger ultimately. Partly because like I don't think the price. You can debate like the price if it's worth it or not. I like it is what it is, but the price for me, there's a certain price where you get to a point where you can like and I say this having like bought like the Mezco turtles, so I'm kind of just full of it when I say this. But there's a certain price in your mind where you have a harder time justifying it on like an impulse.
Yes.
And I think it's because also it's like it's such a huge item. Like if you buy like 4 super expensive Mezco turtles, at least they're just turtles, right? But when you buy like a huge diorama, not only have you spent a ton of money, you're like, I don't have space for this. So this is very foolish. So I skipped on it, but I'll be honest, when I saw people getting doubles, I was like, dang, I should have rolled the dice. I could have.
Yeah. I know. Because it was so long ago. It was so long ago that we were getting those like people saying that they got a second one. It's so, oh my God.
Yeah. So the email, in terms of like the first email, it was still threatening because the first email they offered the $100 credit, they asked for it back for the free shipping label, and they're like, hey, if you don't send it back, maybe it won't be so easy to order from us. And you're like, wow, that's a crazy thing. Like that already was like crazy,
right?
Which you could argue like fair is fair because they're like, hey, we tried to ask you nicely and you didn't play ball, so screw you. Like, whatever. It's still a crazy thing to do because like, that's anybody could tell them like that's going to blow up on you.
Yeah.
But that tells me that they wrote a second email after that they're either they really don't have a finger on the pulse, you know, like they're not actively reading in the groups, or the people that are apparently have no say. Because when they write the second email where it's like, we are going to charge you.
Yeah.
If you don't send it back, you'll be essentially banned from our store.
Right.
So it's like that's like the nuclear double down option after seemingly they saw how because already people were flipping out like before with the threat. So it's like either they're just wildly out of touch or they're in such a bad situation that like it's worth it taking this massive hit. Like they're like apparently like they screwed the pooch so hard that they desperately need them back. Because the implication is also because then they started getting into, and again, I'm not trying to go after anybody on their social media, but like there was some talk of like if you don't send it over, you're screwing over other collectors, and I've seen fans say that too, right? Because some folks are like, oh, I'd return it right away because I'm going to heaven, and it's like that's cool, I get it, whatever. But they're like, you're screwing over other collectors, and I don't think that's the case at all. Like, you can't say like, I sent you a free thing, and now because you got that, this other guy doesn't get his. Like, you ass. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, that's on you. Like, what the hell are you saying to me? So like that part is like wild. And so it's like you just I'm offended, even aside from like maybe it's illegal with like the FTCC. I keep saying, goddamn, SDCC has ruined any C thing for me. But it's like, even if that's illegal, it's like, this is a dumb move. I can't fathom that the massive like crap show that results from this is worth it unless they like sent out, how many they sent, like hundreds? Like, how much do you have to send out where it's like, we gotta go nuclear?
And then that's where
them, you know, like
like it, okay, so like you said, it becomes less fun when we start to like be empathetic and try to like put ourselves in the situation. It's like, okay, so somebody I just can't see, I can't wrap my brain around that somebody would be okay and have that email approve the first one. And it's like, no, it's tough love, it'll be good. But then follow up with like, we're going to ban you. And like, just again, like you said, putting the guilt trip on the recipient who didn't do anything other than place an order. They spent money in your store. And now you're going to, again, give them, and I'm a Catholic, so I know well about guilt trips. Like, you know what I mean?
And the implication is like, if they sent me a double and I get my grubby little hands on it, you know, I take it out, I sleep on it, I rub it on my body for 2 months. They're like, box that back up so we can get that to Yimbo, and you get you get my like dirty, crusty Donnie lab,
Right?
and you're
That's also
welcome.
super screwed up. I just keep thinking, like, I try to do the right thing, like, but with that much time in between, having an extra $300 thing box in my house taking up space, like, I would have put that on eBay. I would have put that on eBay in a heartbeat.
Many people did. There,
You know,
some people
like,
have joked like they could just buy them back on eBay themselves if they want to get them back.
I
So
guess
there's a lot of
so.
listings.
It's
Because I just don't understand, like, you're a company, you have tons of inventory in Walmart. Like, get a bank loan. Go to the bank, be like, hey, we screwed the pooch. We need $100K to redo this run, and it sucks to suck. Like, how do you? I don't understand how they don't just do that and eat it, or even do a second order. Be like, hey, good news, folks.
Yeah.
We effed up so badly. We're doing another production run. So if you want it, you can have a new chance at it, and we will fulfill all the orders that we've messed up.
Right.
Congratulations if you got a free one. We screwed it. Like,
that's a pretty good solution. Even if at this point, how many rooms are they doing? Are they going to do 4 altogether? Do you think?
I know they've talked about a kitchen one. I don't know if the kitchen one's like a full room. I don't think I've ever heard anything beyond the kitchen.
All right, so maybe I'm just thinking of that very first sewer. If it was emptied out, it could be connected.
Yeah,
or people were using.
Yeah, because they did like there's the living room, there's Donnie's lab, and they said like you could use it as a garage.
Okay.
Because they're all interconnecting.
Yeah.
So I've only heard of 3 like specific looks, but you could technically connect them all.
Like, again, without knowing the business side of it, it just seems as though eating the loss and then trying to recoup it by opening up orders on even both of them, because I had passed on the first one, which is why I was easier to pass on Donnie's lab. Open both up if you have to get the factory chugging along again for another production run. Then put the orders up. Like you said, like I just feel like they would still have at least recoup some of the money from the loss that way. They're still going to be making some level of profit, you would assume.
Yeah, and there's still the molds. They don't have to do like new molds, so like they can seemingly just pay the cost of doing another run, and maybe that takes a whole other year. But I think they should have just came out. Not the threats, because I've seen also people who did get a free one and they said they were planning on sending it back. They're like, not after this.
Yeah, well, that was the other part. Now, real quick, I do want to highlight. Thank you so much, Wing or Lose. I appreciate you, buddy. Really stepped on their own. Thank you, super chat. Thank you, man. They did. They stepped on it so hard. All right, let's see, because we have some morality stuff. We got high school creations in the house. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, man? Let's see. Consulting said the threats are wild, but I haven't heard how they will make it right for people who didn't get a lab they paid for. This whole thing is a marketing nightmare. That's a great point too, because like Cody was just saying, like, what am I gonna get? The one that he just rubbed his body on? Because he spent 2 months doing that? Like, we don't know. That means people still
maybe waiting. It's busted. Maybe I put it together and it's all bent. Like, you know, when you put like you talked about, like if you want to take apart the Dragonfly. Nope.
Yeah.
Like that's you can pry it apart, but that's never the same. You put that together a second time, and it's like now it's looser and it's crappier. So it's like the I'm kind of I almost want everybody to send them back because I just want to see the second fallout of people finally getting theirs, and they're just like, what the hell is this?
There's no plastic bags in here. There's no tape. There's just like I have a
well, because like logistically, like does NECA have a bunch of like fresh boxes? Are they like how does that work? Like
even from the point, because Cody, you had an issue with your street scene, right? With like a piece of it,
which is apparently very common.
Which is
because it's like there's the top level. It has like little supports that you put in, and there's these holes, but there's a piece glued in, and so it's like I could have removed it and like put the thing in. But it's like instead of doing them like straight across, they went them diagonal. And I didn't know that because the instructions are kind of terrible. And so I tried to shove them in because it seemed like maybe that makes it more structurally sound. I broke every freaking peg on those things. And I was like, God damn it. And I reached out to some people, and some people were like, no, that's how it should be. And I was like, oh, so it is me. So I kept trying to force it. I broke them. I did reach out to Big Bad Toy Store, who does have fantastic customer
Oh yeah,
service. They
yeah.
replied like right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking like, yeah, we can send you new parts, whether it's like a top level or new tab things. Because I've had like with my mecha turtles, right? Like
Yeah.
I've had like where it's like, hey, the shin busted or the foot busted, and
Mm-hmm.
you email them and they're like, show me what part it is, and they're like, here's that part, and they mail it
Right.
back to you. Even overseas for free, you get the stupid little shin part. They don't have to like,
Right.
it's not like complicated. But Big Bad Toy Store was like, we can give you a refund and you can send it back, or we can send you a new one and you send it back. And at that point, it's like the same thing will just happen over again. So like, why would
Yeah.
I waste my time? So
Right. Right. Well, I was just bringing up the fact that you had that issue with a NECA put together thing because, like, just to illustrate your point, who knows what
yeah,
aspects, what
imagine me
tabs are going to
reboxing
snap.
that. Like, here's your new
Right.
one.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Solicitor says, weird to think they don't have the ability to make more and just eat the loss. Oh, and here we go. Highly articulated. So Spiro had a bit of an issue like this, and we just figured out how to not have it happen again and cut our losses. And that is terrible. Like, again, as a fan of your company too, like, that pains me that you guys had to eat a lot. Like, but at least we didn't even know. I didn't even know that was a thing. So good on you as a company for like not trying to flip it and throw it in the face of your customer base.
I mean, you should have threatened your customers a little bit at least.
I guess so, right? Let's see, Mambies, that's what you were saying about AliExpress. Let's see, funny if it shows up at Toy Cons in Jersey too. Oh my god. Morality and ethics aside, it's NECA's mistake. They're holding collectors accountable. And like I was saying, I was not trying to bring up the morality of this as a way to do the right thing. Like, the right thing is you paid for a thing, and that's all. That's it. You got your product, and maybe you're not. Like, if you didn't get your Donnie Lab yet, I'd be super pissed if I were you. And yeah, like, you are under no obligation to send the
Yeah,
second one.
honestly, I don't think morality
Oh,
applies in this situation. Like,
it really
if I was in a
doesn't.
store, if I was in a
Yeah.
store and like I order something, they get it from the back and they give me two, and I walk out, sure, that's morality, right? That's
Yeah.
like, clearly I know I have a chance to stop it.
Right.
But when you're dealing with it like any other way, like stuff by the mail you order, if you just get one for free, I don't think anyone's immoral for keeping it, selling it for $1,000. I don't care what you do with it. Like, it sucks. Like, I
It
feel for the company, but it's like, I don't think that person's like the devil. Like, nobody can
No,
blame
no,
you.
for
Like,
sure.
it's awesome. Everyone loves free stuff. If
At the end of the day, man, yes, this is what's the joke? Like, when you hit a certain point, or when there are people out in the world that hit a certain point of wealth, like, become super like wealthy, and then everything becomes handed to them for free. It's like you become free, then it's like you enter this wave. But even super rich people love getting free stuff. They love their swag
that's why they're
bags and
rich.
their
That's
gift
how being
bags.
rich works. Like,
Right.
nobody gets more freebies than rich people. That's how
Yeah,
you
that's what I
become rich.
mean. That's
Like,
yeah.
that's the real pro tip. That's the money making
Right.
secret.
They always have overstock to sell for half. Yeah. Let's see. Ray Paz. So will G Golly Willikers work? That's his dog. That's fair. I know. I only. It just. I'm enraged. Like, I would be so pissed, even if I had the second box. Like, let's say I somehow 2 months goes by, because that happens, right? I still have toys that I haven't opened from
Yeah, I have
2
stuff
months or
I haven't opened
so.
for
Like,
sure. Like,
the tone, like, it really does offend me as a NECA customer that they would talk to their customers like that. And I'm not trying to, like, we've spent an hour on talking about it. Like, whatever, man. They fucked up. They screwed up. Sorry, my niece and nephew are still awake. Nah, they're not. They're not watching me. Who am I kidding? uh, but that's the big thing. What if you sold it? Like, that's part of, like, I have to sell stuff in order to buy new things. Like, I can't just, like, I have to have a revolving door. Like, my parents swung by today to say hi, And on the kitchen table during my organization, I have like a stack of stuff that I have to list on eBay this week. And my mom's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's all getting sold." She goes, "Did it sell?" I'm like, "No, I still have to do the work for it." But like, that's how I maintain being able to buy new things. It's everything is
Mhm.
time consuming, and everything is a revolving door. I So like I'm offended. Like there's a multiverse version of me that got the second lab and is now like, "You're gonna ban me? You're gonna fucking ban me from the NECA store?" Like that's where my like, oh yeah, all right. That's kind of how I
Yeah,
feel right now.
the tone has definitely, like, from what I've seen, it soured a lot of people who would otherwise have been happy to play ball. Because I think
And
if they would have said like, "Yo, we screwed up. We're a bunch of idiots. If you could send this back, that would be great." I think it would have been a wildly different situation. And if they would have
yeah,
just left it there, because yeah, like if they sold it, if and especially if it's like you're screwing over other collectors, it's like if
yeah,
you sold it and they charge you for it, that other
hmm,
collector is still not getting one,
right,
you know?
right,
And I guess like the implication is like if they charge everyone, then they'll have enough money to do another run. But then it's like good luck, like because if most folks like if you ordered one lab
hmm.
and then you got a second one 2 months later, you did whatever the hell with it, and then your bank hits you with a charge, I would
Oh my
just
god,
dispute the charge. Be like,
right,
yeah,
right,
block that. And maybe they're like, we're never gonna let NECA charges go through again. And you're like, cool, whatever.
right,
You'll get that charge refunded almost immediately, I would
yeah,
imagine. Like, because
yeah.
what are they gonna
Just
do? But and that's also
well,
like, if you don't have your card on file, like, are they like hunting down through? Like, how does that work? Because that seems even more crazier. That would be like the I guess that'll be the next double down if people are like, I did get a charge.
oh my,
And then people will really freak out.
that is just that I feel like is a class action lawsuit, like just waiting. Like someone, I feel like there's going to be a lawyer who's in our community that's already building a case, like
I've seen
ready.
some stuff like
You know
I've seen mixed like Redditor lawyers who are like, no, actually, NECA totally can do this. And then
what?
everyone else is like, I don't think you can. So it seems crazy that they would even want to go into that, Because it's like
Yeah,
you can't like and look, I'll be honest. Like tomorrow, NECA's like, hey, there's a cool new turtle. I'm buying it. I don't care.
yeah. No, I know.
Like I don't like
Yeah,
so like I'm not gonna like blackball them for it. Like I just like cool stuff. You give me cool
yeah,
stuff, I'll buy it. Um but this is nuclear bad PR. And
yeah.
like random people going to Walmart who aren't keyed in, they'll never know the difference. So it's
Right,
like
right.
who cares? But like certainly like the toy collectors, like you're never gonna undo that once you go after them and like we are this cutthroat, we are gonna like wrestle this back from you. Like you can't
Yeah.
like that whatever money they're hoping to get back, like you can't pay for good PR again to get back.
So how what if it was this? So this is now all right. I'm taking processing because this is my chance to like again, Cody. This is why I've been looking forward to this because I haven't had a chance to like fully process this, and I'm finally emotionally getting all my information sorted. I how about this? Like if I was in charge of writing the email first time out, right? So just like you said, addressing like, hey guys, we screwed up. Like right off the bat. We're sorry to inform you that you may have already, like received a second Donnie's lab. If you've opened it and whatever, or if it's no longer in your possession, enjoy. That's our screw up, right? If you still
So that'd be
happen
dangerous
to
because then people who still had it unboxed, they're like, open it quick.
okay, but here's what I'm thinking because they
But
tried they
sure.
tried pulling on the heartstrings, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what would have worked for me as a guy that wants, like I was saying, I want to do genuinely the right thing. Like I genuinely want to make people happy, right? So if I got something like where, and it goes, hey, so if you still happen to have your second Donnie's Lab unopened, we would love to give you $100 store credit and blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
which
And
they
we'll
did
print
offer
you a
the
shipping
credit
layer, right? But
right up
that
front.
is otherwise, like that That's it. Like that would be the address. That's the sales pitch from the opening email. If we screwed it up, you can keep it if you want, but if you still have it, you would be helping a fellow collector out, and we'll provide you with $100 gift card and blah blah blah. But no threats, just that. I think that they would get a lot more people in that situation that want to, oh, yeah, you know what? All right, I didn't order it. They're asking you, okay. Like I didn't even
Yeah, I
get
think
to it
generally
yet.
people do want to do the right thing,
Yeah, well,
you
you
know.
know,
But like as soon as like someone treats you like a criminal, it's like I'm just gonna
yes.
be a criminal then. If you think
Well,
I'm a criminal, I'm a criminal now. Like welcome to Crime Town because
well, that's
I'm
like
the mayor.
it's it's like when I leave Walmart, as nice as I am, and I smile at everybody, right? I don't look at the people checking receipts because don't treat me like a criminal. I just stood there scanning my whole cart. Did you see me dealing with my kids, making sure everything was lit? Like I just did everybody's job. Don't stand and ask me for a receipt like I'm walking right by you, because they can't legally stop you either, for the record out there, people.
Yeah, you just
You know,
have
like,
to be prepared to stiff arm an old man and just run
yeah.
out of there.
But
You know?
like I that's like me like, nope, I'm not going to look at you because you have no legal authority to stop me when I just paid for everything. Like I know myself. I wasn't trying to get one over on your, on Wally Worlds. So that's how I feel. I do get my like hairs up when I get accused of being a way that I'm not, that I know I'm not being. So
For
that's,
sure.
I don't know. Do you think that that would have been any better? Do you
Well,
think it was just the
100%. I think
approach?
like I don't know like how many because I don't think either way. I don't think they're fixing this right because
No,
they're
no,
you're not getting 100% of them back, right?
nope,
So they're
not even a
either
little.
still going to have to either give people weirdo, used ones or whatnot, whatever they get back, but they're still
Right.
going to be, they're not getting 100% of them back.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're missing however many to fulfill orders, those orders are still getting canceled. So it's like, why not just cancel the
Right?
orders? Why not just be like, look, we effed up, we can't give it to you. It sucks. Like that's
Yeah.
better than Yimbo has yours, and I'm gonna see if I can get that asshole to give it back. Let's hope he does. Like, okay.
Yeah. There's another great quote. This one I can credit. This is I saw the first time I ever heard this was in Bad Santa. It's like,
That's a good
hey
movie.
NECA, why don't you shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills faster?
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
did they think was gonna happen?
I would love to have
Oh,
been like a fly in the room. If it was, I can't. It must have been like a team thing, because no way one person sends out that email twice, or like the follow ups. Because there was 3 emails. The second one had slightly different wording, and talking about like the label, and then the
okay.
third one was like, we're gonna charge you and ban you.
Ugh.
So I imagine this was like a group thing, so they did get together.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Ugh.
I would love to be in that room just to see like as they're talking it through and being like, this is the move. And maybe, I don't know, like at this point, like you have like I assume like the licensor of the product is involved.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure like there's a huge corporate thing, but it just astounds me. And this is an inspirational part of it.
Yeah.
Anytime you think you're bad at your job, you can do anything you want. Like everyone sucks at their job. You can make colossal mistakes. So anytime you feel like I'm not good enough, you are. You can get in the game and
Yep.
screw stuff up just as good as anybody else, as we continually see. So never feel bad at your job
Yeah.
or in
That's
life.
true.
Never feel not qualified. Nobody is
Right.
qualified for anything. And we're
Right.
all just one fuck up away from getting blown up.
Well, I guess that's what I also have, like we're adults, right? So I always think of, it's so silly to say this, but like I really loved Inside Out too. And I loved like introduction of like complex emotions and explaining like how it was explained to Ryan, like just in general, like where as an adult, you can be happy and sad at the same time. It's not as
Yeah,
clear
yeah.
as, like, and that's the beautiful thing as we get older, like we feel these emotions, but not always, whatever, yada yada. I am sad for this company. I'm angry for this company. I feel terrible for the people or person responsible. I'm also livid at them for how they talk to us. Like it's literally I'm still a mixed bag emotionally, but like it soured me to an extent. Like you said, like is this gonna stop me from buying toys? No, like I'm still gonna buy NECA toys, but I'm definitely I'm soured at this moment. I'm soured. I'm not super excited, and honestly, like I feel like Spiro does this well, and how many companies that we know like. It's still people. It's people designing these things. Like these toys that we love are designed by people. Everything's if you forget the personable aspect to it, and I feel like NECA's
For
customer
sure.
service forgot they're talking to people, that there are their customers, supportive customers. Not only that, if you're buying from the NECA shop or NECA store, we're like the hardcore collectors. We are their
Yeah, like
hardcore fan base,
like
and
even from like a cynical standpoint, because I think about that like a lot, like from like the PR, because even if they're just like to hell with our customers, we hate them, they'll buy whatever
yeah,
TMNT slop, which we
right,
will.
right,
Like you should at least realize like this is the target that's going to be like hyper aware, and
yeah,
so it's like do two new positions, hire another customer service person just to write
yeah,
emails and figure out like, hey, this guy didn't get his, what's the status on this? Oh, we don't have it, whatever.
right,
Hire a second person to just troll through online groups and pages. You'll catch wind of everything going wrong
yeah.
immediately, and then you can just write a report every week like, here's how what the fan base or customers are saying, and you'll
Right.
immediately have like a pulse on the situation. So if they're at
Hmm.
the point where they can't hire two people for like $15 an hour,
Yeah.
close up shop. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
what are we doing
right. What
here?
are we doing there? It's
Anybody in
true.
this chat, I'm sure we could pick someone out of the chat to do either of these jobs, and they would wing it, and they'd be fine.
That will, right. I concur. I concur. And this is a point I was saying. We overpay so much on toys. Getting a free item is a win. Of course it is. Like, be so.
It's like when you
I
go to McDonald's and you get someone else's order, and you're like, "It's pretty good though," and you just drive off laughing because who
right.
cares?
And can you imagine if McDonald's started like, no, we're going to charge for that. I have your card. We're going to charge, like hanging out the drive, like, nah, man, you gave me this is in my car. Like I just
That Big Mac ain't
coughed
yours.
on
I
it.
have to give it to
Yeah.
the car behind you.
There we go. Part of my toy daddy job is to cool down Dark Yimbo. That's true, but that Cody, the two of us just were kindling. That's there's no slowing down. That's what I knew I was gonna. I just wanted to talk about. Like I was so pissed. I was so pissed about it. But why would any of us want to order one now? That is also a valid point. Going back to what we were saying about
If
like
they did a new run, I mean, they would
reissuing
have to
both.
address like, look, our system sucks. We're trying to fix it or whatever. So I don't know if they do like a pause and like get out the orders. Like they definitely, they're in a deep hole, because even just fulfilling orders and like
Mhm.
not only like of just individuals, but also they're like the smaller shops, like the last toy store. They're the people I got my Naked Ronin from, and
Okay.
I saw it on Walmart shelves for like weeks before they were
Yeah.
able to get one in stock, because they're like, we didn't, NECA hasn't sent us our stuff. So they
Jeez.
have like a lot to climb back from, which even like folks, I hate to tell you, but the first turtles, the non-black and white ones have also been on AliExpress for months. So
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
they could fix it, but I think they could at least try to be like, hey, here's another order. We'll try not to screw this one up. If you
Hmm.
want one, you know, but
Yeah.
better than we'll get it back from Yimbo because he got 4 and he's holding out on you, you know.
And we're gonna charge everyone. Like this is.
We'll
See,
get
you know
ours,
what?
don't you worry.
I'm gonna go back to my criticism of Giant Man. Their little debacle with the eyes, like being
Have you got new? Have
shipping
they
out.
sent out eyes yet?
No, because they want you to go through customer service. I still maintain like same thing with like that should just be shipped out to everybody that
Yeah,
they have all
everyone
our
gets free
addresses.
eyeballs. If you
Yeah,
have normal eyeballs, great, you get a second one.
you get an
That
extra
seems
set. Who
easier.
cares?
It seems way less complicated.
Right. Like they should
Because
still be
especially
doing that.
how many people backed it?
A lot.
Like we know the exact numbers who backed it, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they know the exact amount that exists in the world. So just send a new set to every person that
didn't isn't that what Mythic Legions did with like the
Yeah. Mythic Legions has been they're still always at the top in terms of what I've seen with not only like cuz they're not immune to and no one is, right? Like we're dealing with factories across seas and organizing and all that yada yada. So there's always going to be something. I feel like they've always been very transparent and like, all right, this just arrived to our warehouse. We're so sorry. This is not what we intended. It just happened with Jacob Marley. They had their retailer supposed to glow in the dark, and they didn't. The factory didn't add the glow to it. So all of these Jacob Marleys will not glow in the dark, but they are the retail. And they said that we're not making any more. If you would like to cancel and get a refund, you can. If you are okay with this, we know this is our fault, but this is the information. And they gave everybody a choice. That happened with I bought Trolls a while back, and they were like, "Oh no, they all arrived to our warehouse and they're missing the second head sculpt."
Yeah.
But we're gonna ship all this to you, and as soon as they come in, we'll ship them out. That's on us. That was great. Again, less the Four Horsemen. I mean, I'll give them all the credit in the world. Like they have the easiest customer service to deal with and proactive. So shout out in that regard. Paige says companies have to be careful. You can't place a time limit on customers for a mistake, but not hold yourself to that timetable as well, like summer exclusives showing up in November. Or in the case of two of my bestest friends, not at all. Like, come on, man. Oh, sorry for catching up now on the chat, everybody, but this is Mo. We're Figs in the house. What's going on, dude? Ray Paz says, you to make sure your Dragonfly figures have no issues. Check to see if the joints are durable. Son of a bitch. I haven't opened them up. Damn it. All right. I'll have to check those out, too. Clockwork Orgy. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday night. Return to the second one, or I'm a busting kneecaps. Like, it's such a bullshit response. This is NECA's making me curse more than I ever have on a stream. Just
dark
it's fucking bullshit. It is. TJ Williams in the house. How you doing, man? Look, I could at least be mad and still be laughing because, like, at the end of the day, I'm fortunate.
Fun. I mean, like, I can say, like, I feel bad for them, but I still made a video. As soon as I knew, I'm like, oh, I got to make a goddamn video. Yeah, this is gold. This is gold, Jerry. So it's a lot of things. Like you said, complicated emotions.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Let's see. Clockwork says, for an expensive piece, it's really irresponsible of them not to think twice. It's the same shit I said about Giant Man. Like, someone in the factory couldn't have caught that. Like, but see, I don't want to blame like one or two inspectors.
I mean,
like,
if we're being real, I don't think the factory workers get paid enough to give it.
That's what I mean. That's why I don't want to necessarily blame a factory worker. I don't know. But
I would hope that they get good wages. They're like, man, you're the best eyeball maker in the plant. Like, you're set up.
I'm not.
But it's probably just some schlub who's like, I have to make eyes for these jackass Americans. I don't care.
Hasbro liaison, right? Like, you'd think that Hasbro would have boots on the ground and someone paid to make sure this stuff, especially on a campaign's community, funded.
I'm more shocked they didn't just do movable eyes. That seems like.
Yeah.
Because, like, why make... Because what is there, like, 4 pairs of eyes? Like,
movable...
Like, 2 sets, they move.
If Revoltech can do it on tiny little Buzz and Woody figures.
Yeah, third-party companies are doing it now. Like, my Darksider's Death has movable eyes.
I just love the mob can possibly write the letter way better. Josh Brown, well, it sucks when the employees try to place the blame on consumer. That's the whole thing. Again, I just don't want to... Oh, Chuck Woolery passed away. Oh. But yeah, I just don't want us as a community to be, again, accused. Like, that's what this... Like, I am as empathetic as I can be in a way. Like, I feel bad for the person that messed up these orders, right? I also feel really terrible for people that we're friends with that have to deal with like this decision whether or not their box is open, like just having two of these sitting in front of them right now, or again not having one at all. Yeah, we need to do the right thing. I know. Second email was desperate. Oh yeah, they made threats, man. I'm telling you. Why would they want to threaten the hardcore fan base and then say, guess what? Too much new toys. Not only are we going to try to charge you, but now you're banned, like, from ever shopping here. Like, oh, okay, somebody that was getting everything of yours, that's fine. Like, that's how you want to do this? Like,
Yeah,
that's
because
what...
like the thing is, like, even if like your consumers are dirty thieves,
Yeah.
calling them dirty thieves isn't gonna work. And plus,
Yeah.
like, one thing, and I've seen some people debate, like, was it really a threat? Whenever you're dealing with the public at large, especially as you're a business, everything is amplified to 10. So even though you could read that sentence and be like, that's not very threatening, in terms of public relations, you might as well just be pulling a gun on your customers, you know, like, because
Yeah.
it's magnified because you're dealing with, you know, not only your customers, but now like millions of people are seeing this, you know. So like it offends me on like a intellectual level because it's so dumb to do. Like it's
I can't wrap, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I can't even wrap my brain around how these emails, I can understand them being written, right? Like, that's one of the biggest piece of advice my dad told me when I got into teaching. He's like, all right, you're going to get some emails from parents or blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like, write the email, then walk away for like 12 hours. You know, like, he'd do that. Sleep on, but write it, get it all out, but don't send it. Just sleep on it. Like, no one slept on this. No one
what's
read.
more fascinating if they slept on it and they're like,
That
oh
pisses
yeah.
me off even more then. Like, then that really does, like, oh. You know, I say it all the time. There are so many good and talented people that we know just through our toys that could kill it. That could kill it in certain positions, like talking to the community, being transparent with communication, being able to, you know, massage these goofs, these gaffes. But, you know, F around and find out, I guess, right? I don't know. By the way, I got to jump ahead real quick. I'm going to scroll way back because we have so many great comments coming in, guys. But we do have some wonderful super chats from my man Machu. Should have done movable eyes and swappable hands for Giant Man. Oh, you said there were two. Well, I'm going to shout out both of them, Machu. Thank you very much, my friends. But no, agreed. Movable eyes and swappable hands. That
Or
would
metal hands. They should have done metal joints.
I brought that up. I shouted you out. It was back when I did the stream with Machu and Nico, Artman Customs with Wade. And he made a good point that with metal and plastic, sometimes that could cause issues of like expanding the hole, or I don't know.
Sure, but they could have just like do all metal, like do a whole metal hand. It would look fine. It'd be fine.
They could have just had this set and then just included two other, you know, posed hands.
Yeah, like the weird thing is though, it's like
box.
It's a it was like, you know, Kickstarter, Haslab, whatever. So it's not like they couldn't have just like shot for the moon. Like,
Right.
what's limiting you at that point? If you're saying like, do y'all want this? Then you could do like it. So it is weird that they didn't have like swappable hands because like, and I'm not a huge Marvel Legends guy, but if you told me they were using their plastic to make articulated fingers, I'd be like, yikes-a-roni. Yeah. That's not going to work out, buddy. I've handled your figures. You don't got the materials for that.
I know. Oh, all right, Cody, we're gonna catch up on this chat because I have missed a lot of wonderful things from people. So let's see.
For the record, we do read the chat. Like,
yes,
I'm sure Yimbo spots it too. Like, so I'm seeing what you're saying. It's just harder on Streamlabs or whatever we're using, StreamYard. It's harder to like display the chat with and not like painfully go over everyone. But so you're not being ignored.
No, never. Okay, so let's see. So Josh Brown says, "Isn't refunding all the others worse? They don't pay as much as we did to make the dio make more." I didn't say refunding it. Like I was just saying, put them back up if they're gonna have to make more Donnie Labs. That's what it seems like. They're gonna have to, like I can't imagine any way, shape, or form that they're not producing more. They have to produce more. Or they have to cancel people's orders and refund them that way. Right? Like so either way they're screwed. Either way they're losing money on this.
Yeah, like they can't, because apparently if you think this through, they don't have enough labs to give to people.
Right.
And it seems like now they're thinking we can claw them back and then we'll have enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Paige is agreeing about the wording. I do think again, the approach, even dealing with like an uncomfortable or a hard topic, and this is all toy stuff, but it does come with a price tag, which then, like when something like you were saying, Cody, if you hit that $300 price point for a toy, you have a greater expectation of what it's going to be and longevity and just in general, like quality, craftsmanship, like you have expectations. Let's see. Captain McKay, that email had to be from some HR rep we've never heard of. It seems so tone deaf. Only someone in upper management on a corporate level could possibly be so out of touch. That's what I think. Like, that's what I'm saying. And Cody's been saying they need to hire more people. It's true. They need to hire people of the people. It came off very much as a business written. Yucky.
Or just hire a community spy to
yeah, right. Like it's just
because somebody could have read it and be like, "Hey, your fans will hate this.
Yeah,
this will go over terribly."
You know what?
I don't know who you're
just
writing
have
this
someone
for, but
drop it in the. Yeah,
they hate you already. Like they hate you now. They're gonna hate you extra after this.
Couldn't somebody have posted the draft? Like, hey, we're
they could have
like,
leaked it.
Yeah, like this is worth it. And then like, sorry, what? No, this is so bad. There's no way a company would ever send this out. Like I can picture the comments. There's just so many ways. If they cared. Yeah, Dark. Yeah, that's true. I'm offended for all of us, everybody. You're all we're all in this arm in arm. We are all the consumer. Toy Page said, if there was a mistake with the inventory going out, would customers returning the item be confident that the item would be accounted for?
Well, at least then you'd have like the tracking on your side. You could be like,
true.
look, it shows shipped, so that's your problem. Like if you didn't get it back, it's your label, buddy. Like,
oh, what's going on, Seth? How you doing? Just jumping into just I know it's. I mean, again, I'd like to think that Cody and I are laughing our way through this evening. The last thing I want is for anybody to be sitting there all hot and bothered. I try not to, avoid that type of content. It's just that this topic really pissed me off. I am offended. And it didn't happen to me firsthand, but I know damn well it could have, and I would be so pissed right now. And I am. So I'm pissed on your behalf. Second run to fulfill everyone's order is the way to go. Eat the loss. Maybe still offer the $100 credit to people who send their second one back to recoup a little. I agree. NECA surpassed Mexico for customer service. There we go. With this situation, I wonder if they will do the rest of them. And see, now this is where it sucks, because if there were other rooms coming, are they going to even bother now?
Imagine on Monday, they're like, hey, we're proud to announce the kitchen dio, and they just say nothing. Pre-orders go up tomorrow.
I feel like they're going to have to do some shit like that at this point, right? Like I feel like they're going to have to change the narrative. I didn't even go to school for marketing.
The only way around it is like, we fucked up. Yeah. We're redoing them all. Like if we're going to do the orders for all three, order whatever the hell you want. We'll ship them out. Yeah. Trust us. We won't F it up this time. And that's
that would be
do like do like a NECA lab, do a NECA Kickstarter. Be like, look, we're going bankrupt. We're gonna, like, if you want this, we need this much to make it in the clear, and people will do it or they won't. And people would still be mad. I think whatever they do, people are going to be mad, but I don't think they get out of it without like a major like we effed up.
They have to. There has to be a level of ownership over how this was handled, from them. From them. That's it. They have. I need a level, because otherwise, I don't do well with people that don't accept accountability, because all my life I make mistakes all the time. I'm constantly owning them because no one's perfect.
Yeah, every day they're like, Cody, you screwed up, and you're like, you found out just now? Which one? I have 10 I'm aware of. You got to tell me which one, so I don't blow my cover on the other 9.
Solicitor says, I don't get what they do with the return ones. Won't they still have to be inspected, verified, repackaged? You'd think so, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's another point. Like, it's so goofy. Why would you want used product back? Like, as soon as that tape gets cut, man.
If you've never opened yours, send it back.
Right.
And we'll get $100.
There was so much a better way of doing this. Let's see. Chewy said, I wonder if they stop with these big items because they got a sour taste. That's the sad part. Like, at the end of the day, they can, and this is where, again, going to the faceless company, but like, that stuff is super annoying when corporations are like, oh, well, fine. We're just going to put that, I get it. But otherwise, what are we signing up for? I just think that Hasbro does it. Mattel does it. McFarlane does it. They've all done their own Kickstarted based stuff. Why can't NECA switch to that too? Then you know exactly how. Is that, or is that what their website is?
Essentially doing that. Like Super 7 does that too.
Is it the same thing? I guess it is technically, right?
They've had waves of figures where they've came back and been like, look, like I think they were going to do a Dungeons and Dragons Vecna that they canceled because it's like it didn't sell enough. So we're not doing that. So right. I think I think technically a lot of companies are doing that behind the scenes. If they're doing like a made to order thing, it's just,
and these were made to order, right?
I believe so, because I don't think they're being sold anywhere else. But also it's the same thing. Like I don't know if I understand what made to order actually means, because that still means like, I believe like companies like Big Bad Toy Store or whatever order some made to order things. So it's like,
yeah,
but seemingly they only, if we're believing this situation, they only made what they got orders for very narrowly, because otherwise why would they ever need to do this, and not just eat it?
And how many second Donnie Labs did they send out to people? Like, honestly,
like if you do the math, how badly I was thinking like maybe they sent out like a couple, like 20, maybe 30, right? And who's a math whiz? What's 30 times 300?
Is that
so? That's $9,000.
$9,000, yeah. Okay, that's it.
Which doesn't seem. Maybe I'm an idiot. I'm not running a business for what NECA's selling to Walmart. That doesn't sound like they could get a $10,000 loan from the bank. Come on, or investors?
You would think so. I mean, like even for Giant Man, right? Like they made the Hiss Tank Dragonfly, which I'm still going to show you, Cody, in a second. This monstrosity, like. They made as many as were backed, right? But they still had to make extras just in case, or for parts, or it's not like we sold 12,011 and that's exactly as, like, no, they still extra. Yeah. So like NECA still had to overproduce to some level. How bad was this fuck up? Because that's all it is. There's no.
Yeah, it must be like hundreds then, like.
And how? For months, we got word. It literally has been 2 months. Is that when people started getting them?
At least 2 months. Like I don't know the exact, but roughly 2 months. And it's like we knew the day of, because like
because news was out immediately.
Like, yeah, you're like, I got a second one, and everyone's like, first like, you're a liar.
Yeah,
that's not true. Then someone else is like, I got a second one, and then suddenly it's like, I have one to sell, and it's like, you got a second one. It's like, so they should have been aware of it.
And then to continue, like, were people still getting second Donnie Labs in the last couple of weeks? Like, that's what like you might know more than me, because you're in the.
I don't think so. I haven't heard of any.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that was just that
the
initial.
$100 credit was only for Turtles products, by the way. So they weren't saying a blanket credit. It was like for the next Turtles
What?
items.
No. This is.
Yeah.
Did someone bring that up in the chat? My bad. I'm scrolling all the way down now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if
Someone brought that
I
up.
probably didn't mention that explicitly enough in my videos or whatever. Yeah, they did limit it to
What? For only turtle products, like Cody, this shit should be taught in schools for how to not, like, honestly, like, this is not how to be a business. This is so fucking crazy. This is insane. Oh my god. Yes, Marcus G, what's going on, man? Happy Sunday. I'm now just scrolling so I get the new stuff, but I did
just
want to
type new
shout out.
chats, folks. If you
Great.
want us to read your stuff, type a new chat.
Great Jedi 22. What's up, man? NECA can refuse business to anyone. All businesses have the right to refuse service, but they can't charge your card without authorization. That's a definite lawsuit. And like I said, they have every right to ban you from your store. This whole threat of charging, again, infuriating. But I can't wrap my brain around why you would want to block clearly someone who has invested in your company. That's what I just don't.
Yeah, like
get.
even if they're like 100% in the right to do all these things, you shouldn't like any like PR or business expert could probably tell you like you're gonna eat that or you're gonna look like the biggest a-hole company ever. Like even if
Yeah.
everyone knows like you're like 100% right, like it's just like that's the cost of doing business on like a giant scale.
Yeah. Now, this is a great question from More Figs. How do you guys feel? Because I did hear about ramen toys, the ramen racer, the awesome charger. So I didn't order one, but I got to, like, that thing looks fantastic. And yeah, there were, I guess, a couple people that were getting, not a couple, but like some people got second versions. So I don't know how they handle that though. Does anybody else understand that?
I don't I've never heard anything about like getting I mean they're small enough that you wouldn't necessarily catch on like wildfire that like they're demanding them back. I would assume they ate it.
Yeah, right. That's
Because
what
it's
I'm.
crazy. It's crazy. Like one time like years and years ago, I got a duplicate video game, like a collector's edition,
Yeah.
and like they would have just I actually emailed them and offered to like send it back and they sent me a label and they were grateful. But I've never heard of companies like demanding it back. So apparently people have said like sometimes Amazon will do that to you. Like,
Amazon has gotten strange with their stuff too, of like making it a little bit harder to return things, or again, I've this is just through, secondhand accounts of
mhm.
people talking it on the internet. So but I heard that they made it harder too for, like, if it gets something gets delivered to another house. Again, I've seen people saying Amazon was like, well, you got to go get it, or you got to file a police report, or like, it's like, no, mother. Like, again, these corporations need to get their heads out of their rear ends and just treat us like people.
Like
Like,
obviously there's a limit where it's like I'm sure, and it's the same reason why like I think that's why like they're trying like some targets are like phasing out self checkouts because
yeah,
they're like you thieving a-holes, you're taking everything, no self checkouts
right,
for you. Um, so like to some degree, like I'm sure they realize there's a problem, they have to do something, but it's still dumb, especially when you're like
hmm,
Amazon, like you're the
right,
most giantest corporation in the planet, and like the reason you got big is because you killed every mom and pop shop you could.
right,
It's
right.
like just eat it, go ahead and
Yeah,
eat it,
like,
and then
how
like
how
make
much
your
is Jeff
next
Bezos worth at this point?
yeah like do a tracking chip in your packages so you can prove that
Yeah,
people were fooling around. I don't know, like get creative.
yeah. Solo Center, thank you once again. They're taking 5 to 7 business days to get through the chat. Also, the stream is fucking hilarious. That's right. We're cursing. We're cursing tonight. Laughing so much, Cody. You're so jokes, man. I love Cody. I'm glad you are discovering the amazingness that is Too Much New Toys. Solo Center. And yeah, I must have missed that. I'm sorry, Matt. That is a very good one though. What? Oh no, failure to send me back up. Super chat will result in an unsubscribe. Oh man. Clockwork said, did Dark Yimbo buy some CT toys? The Wolverine and Agent Venom is awesome by the way. Yeah, see, accepting responsibility. I put out a video not long ago that said no more bootlegs.
Because
And I had
you
gotten
got the
that.
crappy Deadpool, right?
I
Like
had
it
that
was like
really, yeah.
the X-Force Deadpool. That
Yup.
sucked.
It was a crappy Reveltech Deadpool. And then I started, like I went, and I got into the morality, and because it was such a crummy experience, and it started getting me into maybe I shouldn't do this. Well, after talking to men like you, Cody, and other friends in the community, like, no, man, like this is just chill. It's not that serious. I still was saying no to counterfeits and KOs, but that CT Toys Wolverine, the brown suit Wolverine, I have wanted that so I bought it. I have it coming, and I'm gonna do an apology video. I'm gonna do a YouTube
Well, hold
apology.
on though, because for everyone, like I think with bootlegs, it's interesting because there are
Yeah.
some like the Mirage bootlegs. These ones are rock solid, right? Like
Yeah.
the paint sucks, whatever, blah blah blah. But materially, these are like they're not falling apart. I
Sure.
have seen some people who got like a crappy Wolverine and whatnot. Because the thing with bootlegs, right? They have no reason to do quality control.
Mm-hmm.
By their very nature, they're like we're just maybe they have the mold and they're just running another one.
Yeah.
They have absolutely no reason to be like, does his leg stay on?
Right.
No, who gives a damn? We're doing a
Yeah.
bootleg. Sell it
Right.
out. They're paying $10 for it. So you could get what if you how mad will you be if you get a bad one?
No, because then that's at that point I'll just say, no, it's all right. That's
Then
not
it's
me.
sweet
Okay.
vindication. You can do like a
Yeah.
video. I was right.
Yeah, so I'm back on the bootleg train. I did so I that CT Toys. I held off for a lot of other ones, but Brown Suit Wolverine was a bridge I couldn't not cross. So I did do that, and Agent Venom I skipped because I have the actual Revel Tech again. Shout out Machu.
Mm,
But I did order the KO for Neighbor Dan. So Captain 1134 has his and he likes it a lot. So
I think the
and
key with
that's
bootlegs is assume they'll be crappy and assume you just threw $20 away. So you can only be delighted if it's not crappy.
right.
That's the
Right.
mindset you got to have.
By the way, I do savor the chat. Every morsel. Yes, every line. It's true. No, it's I love everything. Thank you guys so much for chatting along.
I just wish
Um
StreamYard would just display the chat as like a rolling
yeah, maybe that would
chat.
be yeah.
So that way,
Anyway, restitution. Apparently the chat is running on a dial-up server. Even the $100 store credit is a was what like compared to a $300. They couldn't even split the difference. I even had that thought. Like it couldn't even make it 150. Like $100. Come on. Like that was even before the rest of this debacle. Um. Oh no, Ripcord came with a broken leg. It was ability to read the chat is comparable to customer service at NECA. That is fair. That's a fair criticism, Matt, because that was from almost 10 minutes ago. So you're right. That's on me. That's on me. Um, but I am going to probably sell some of the toys, the Joes, just to kind of get a couple of bucks back. And so I think I'm gonna. I'm gonna keep Wild Bill though. Let's see. Don't forget they did the same thing. The one-to-one baby juice doll. They got to recoup Nickelodeon money. Yeah, that's true. That's true. NECA transferred Yimbo into unparalleled weight. It pisses me off to no extent. Like I don't like being. That's the big thing. I don't talk to me like a criminal. None of us are criminals. I know I can speak for myself, Cody. I'm sure you can. I would like to say for you, you're not a criminal. You're in another state. I don't know, but you seem
I
like a good
mean,
guy.
I could. I'm not. Look, I can tell you a story if people want a fair idea of my mindset. One time I was I don't know, I was in my 20s with a friend, and he was at Walmart and he was buying like World of Warcraft, I think, right? And so he wanted like the new expansion. And he's buying like maybe he's buying like the cards, I don't know. He's buying them, and the the cash register lady, she like scans it twice and then like deletes it, right? So he bought a number of them, but he got one for free, and he was about to tell her, and I was like, "No, you idiot! You got it for free." And so he got it for free. So I am a bit of a swarthy fellow. And this is my last story I'll tell. One time, me and my friend go to A&W in the drive-through.
Okay.
And you know how they have the two windows? So the first window they take your payment, and the second window they give you your food. The first window they didn't take his payment, so he goes up to the second window and he has his card. So there's like the edge of the window, and he has like his hand with the card just on like about to like give it up. And I was like, no, this is free, because there's nothing better than something free that you didn't steal deliberately, but you stole by omission. Okay, so is it stealing? Sure. But stealing by omission is kind of awesome when it's a big company. If you're at the mall and it's like your grandma's kiosk, help her out. But if it's a company that sells in Walmart or has a franchise, it's okay to not tell them that they messed up and take advantage of their mistake. That's my morality. Am I going to hell? Probably.
No,
but you know, free stuff.
I try to live my life. I would say the gray area, like living in the gray area, right? Because you can't be an extreme in any one direction. And I like, again, Cody, this is why we can like, yes, I am on par with your morality when it comes to our dealings with companies and corporate America and just all of this stuff. Again, Robin Hood. I take a little Robin Hood mentality. It's a little Robin Hood. Rail Collects, by the way, did get a ramen racer, but only I haven't heard of people getting two. And then Machu with another super chat. I got you, man. I got you. I know I'm slow. Let me just say it.
Wait, so Machu got the dupe? So we know Machu is a bad person, is what he's saying. We can all guilt Machu.
Anxiety.
How do you feel about robbing a collector of their lair?
It wasn't a lair, it was a charger. It was a charger. And it gave him anxiety, because because I like to believe that everybody has the capacity or is good at heart, either is good at heart or has the capacity for good. I do. So see, that gave him anxiety. I know we don't like to do the wrong things, but then at the end of the day, it's okay to get some wins from companies.
It's a nice guy move to give it back, but I don't think you're bad for keeping it. Morally clear.
Blood Beast says that I've not opened the Dragonfly yet. I'm scared too, since there's no space. Well, that's what this will segue into, so I can show Cody this behemoth. That was the closure we needed, Macho. Did you see that? I ordered food and it got here before he got to that. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, like he actually just ordered food. Oh my God. Too funny. Let's see. Don't sell the Joes that look like you, though. Oh, that's true. All right. I left them all upstairs. I didn't even look that closely at. Wild Bill. Wild Bill is the one I was like, I gotta keep him. You're shady. Let's cut to the chase, Cody. That's from Ray Pass. Jukebox
you gotta do what you
gotta
do sometimes.
Both Dragonflies. Interesting. It is an incredible toy, and I understand that decision, Jukebox, for sure. Has received.
How was the secondary market for these?
I don't know. Probably
Yimbo's gotten ill-gotten goods.
Yeah, what did I do? Stolen toy? Who are you talking about? There was one time I know that something didn't ring up. I then ended up getting. But again, if we're doing self-checkout in a scanner, you're making us do their job, and then a scanner doesn't scan the thing. I'm just saying, that's the gray area. That's where we like to operate. Gray area, Cody. Gray area. So
Yeah, if it's only, look, I'll be the villain. It's only wrong if you get caught. You know, like.
Oh my god. Ramen just asked people to pay for shipping on the wrong items sent. That's really, see, that's not bad. That's not bad. Clockwork said, my 4-year-old accidentally got a bunch of Duplo bricks in Legoland and my wife got pissed off. I didn't return them. They're here, probably don't care. I know, exactly. Currently NECA is making a Sarah McLachlan showing Josh Brown's empty slot on his shelf waiting for his lab. Yes, I would love to see that. Yes, Josh, can you make that happen? Could that be a reel for you tonight? Damn, I really got to open my Dragonflies as well. Check the joints of those figures, people. Damn it. And yes, I knew exactly what you were talking about. I ended up getting a Bryan Danielson figure. And Matt told me after the fact, well, like, it just didn't scan. And I was like, I'm here for it. All right, thank you. Yeah, and gave it to me. That's right. Let's see. They didn't scan a whole bookshelf. I didn't notice. Like, go home and realize that. I mean,
a win is a win. A win is a win.
Once again, I'm not talking about a level of like good person morality to like drive back to the store and tell this corporation, oh my goodness, you put me through all this stuff and now I'm here to like hand you back a thing. The businesses have to own their shit. That's the whole. Jay Sinner's here. What's going on? Does that mean you get a tardy slip? No worries. Late pass. Here you go. Thanks for being here, buddy. Ray Paz. If there are kids listening to this, Cody is not what you want to be. Everyone else, Cody is the guy you want to rob a bank with.
Look, hey, I can say this. I've watched Heat like no less than like 4 times lately because it's on TV all the time. So
yeah,
maybe I'm Al Pacino more and more, and I'm running a crew. I don't know.
Hoo-wah! That's
or Robert De Niro runs the crew. Either way. So the point of that movie is kind of that Al Pacino is kind of the same guy.
Fucker?
He just happens to be a cop.
Hey, fucker. Yeah, there's my Wild Bill. He's the one I'm keeping for sure. The other ones I like planned on.
So those are exclusive figures, right?
Yeah.
I like that they still get their own like box and stuff, as if they would be released otherwise. And that's really cool.
And they're numbered, and it has the Haslab branding, which is also really nice throughout. Oop, here we go over here. But I really do like that they continue the numbering, so it is. I mean, it screws over completionist collectors, but like
that's hilarious.
I guess if you're a completionist, you would have gotten the Dragonfly.
Yeah, I mean, or the secondary market. That's what happens.
All right, here. First thing I'm going to show you, just because it's the closest to my feet right now. I did bust out my Hiss tank. Bloop. Because I was so excited. So the Dragonfly came with.
Oh, that's really, really cool.
Yeah. So I was super excited that like when I saw what the Dragonfly came with in terms of like explosions. These ported in perfectly. There's 2 other ones that do not go well, unfortunately. And they teased me, Cody. On the inside of this gigantic rocket is what they call the dog bone connector.
Oh.
But on the Hiss tank, I was like, yes, the little missiles, which have no way of blasting off of this at all. I was like, they have the same connector, but it doesn't fit. I was really excited at that prospect. Unfortunately. But I did. So at least I got these cannon blasts. So
that is really cool, though.
Super excited.
Like, it's cool that were they intended to go with that, or did they made it for the chopper?
They made it for the chopper, which I will now try, because like this is for the big ass rockets down the side. But my first thought was literally like, all the his tank things, like which stuff will work nicely together. So then I remembered I had this ridiculous thing. And I had hoped, because it has 3 and it has the dog bone once again, I said, oh, hell yeah, this will work here. And then, no, that dog bone is larger than this dog bone. But
That's some real, this is like SH Figure Arts type stuff where it's like, we could have made it the same connector, but it's
yeah,
slightly different. What are you going to do?
but like the rocket does port on.
That's cool.
So it has to be like a combination of balanced and like leaning on something. But
that does seem like a part, just like 3D print a connector part though.
Yeah, this is, I'm kind of bummed. That's like the one, that's the word I'll use for it, because for as great as these Haslabs have been, and being able to get all of the, like Joe's, or expanding with providing more of these type of accessories, the fact that more like this didn't work perfectly, I'm like, come on, what a missed opportunity. Like it was right there. It was right there. Why didn't you do that?
That would be awesome.
But like I always say, for photos and things, you can get creative. And like I had this balanced on one of the tank treads, you know,
or like couldn't you do like blue tack or whatever? Or
it's just that this then, you know what? No, you're right. Yeah, because this actually is pretty like solid for it, especially with the extra weight. Like it doesn't actually fall down. So you're right. Blue tack would probably work. Thanks, Cody. Oh yeah, the easiest option. But no, I'm gonna go to hard ones. It's not balancing. Why can't they make?
Yeah, you're doing physics over there.
Yeah, like ports that work.
Just some tape. It's fine.
Red Rocket. Here we go. I gotta scroll back even more. Let's see. Speaking of Robin Banks, tomorrow's the last day to order Sentinels. Don't forget, everybody. Let me in on that action, Cody. Here we go. I need some cash for your bank robbery. And Captain McKay, thank you so much, my friends. I leave for 5 minutes and suddenly it's Yimbo steals everything. I was not. I was just a beneficiary. It doesn't charge until it ships, so it really is future you problem. Cody, we need to rob a bank before next October. There we go.
Next October. That's a good lead time. Like, you know.
Yeah. I need to order 2 just to deal with it. Ballpark total 400. I think, right? This, I would say so with attack, but again, next year's problem. Let's see. I think I'll just do one and hope for a NECA double down. That Wild Bill is selling for about 100 on eBay. See, but he was the one that I actually wanted out of the 4. They're all great, but like Cody, I've been like trimming down like Joe's. I'm very particular now. You know, just they're great. I love them
space
all.
is a huge issue. Like
space is, and you'll see why in a second. Ray Paz, we should get president mask or just regular ski masks. There we go. Pantyhose. He used the P word. Get the pantyhose. It's the pantyhose. I'm just, I don't know why I'm being weird. Let's see. Where's Josh Brown? He needs to make some rocket blasting effects, Josh. There you go. See right through. Oh, the pantyhose. Okay. How about those Halloween masks for the 70s Halloween? Oh, that would be great. Call the Batman mask. More figs. Do the glue gun plastic bag trick on that effect. Ooh. Oh. Is that wrapping?
Or you do like hot glue and like, yeah. To make like a plug or whatever.
Interesting. All right. More figs. Maybe hit me up on IG. I got to remember to hit you up after the stream. Walk me through how I need to visualize how to do that, because that sounds awesome. Ray Paz, unless Bat Daddy, or Mamachi, Ray Paz, unless Bat Daddy wants in on the heist. Yeah, I need money too. Public school teacher. Jay Sitter, you should be fine as long as you're not trying to get away in New Jersey. High speed is anything over 50 miles an hour. Oh. All right. So, Cody, you saw how big. Let's just do...
Oh, no.
We're okay. We're okay.
I've been up. I must say, every time you've leaned over, I've been seeing that white cable, and I was like, wow, Yimbo is really playing with fire.
Yeah. Okay. So his tank size for scale. There we go.
It's
Right?
awesome.
Does that make head size? Ba, ba, ba.
Yep.
So you get a
It's
good
giant.
sense. Okay. Big toy.
Let's full screen this baby, Yimbo. Come on.
Oh boy. All right. Here we go. Let's hang on.
Also, get some Bluetooth headphones, man. What are we doing?
I can't hear anything. Sorry.
Bluetooth. What are we doing wired?
Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. You don't have a Bluetooth sponsorship yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. Okay.
Would you take a sponsorship if they emailed you like, hey, you run this ad?
Sure. Why not? If someone wants to what?
I would too,
All right.
as long as it's not crazy.
Yeah. Like, you're not in the commercial? Hell, if they wanted me to say the thing, hey, you want to take pictures of toys with a raging erection? Do you like to feel nice and tingly? But I don't know. All right.
Shots. It's actually I'm always hard.
Yeah. All right, Cody. What the hell am I doing with this thing in my life?
That's spectacular. That's cool.
This takes up the whole look at. So the tail, it's not coming off. That tail is definitely on there. This stand I can't even take out right now. I was trying to do that. The stand is cool as hell though. Look at that.
That is cool.
It actually comes down on an angle.
Yeah.
Beast.
That is fantastic.
The little wings did come out.
Like, are you wanting to be able to? I mean, I guess like take it apart someday, or I guess that's only natural. But
for space reasons, it also becomes limiting from a photography perspective because now that this tail is like locked in there, like that's it. It's on. I haven't messed around more if I can.
Because now you need like a huge space to put it in anything.
Yeah, so that's the downside. I wonder if I would have wanted it without the tail. That would have definitely made things more interesting for like photography purposes. But so like this is a freaking cool toy. It's there we go.
Right. Is it very heavy?
Like I wouldn't be able to.
Like, could you hang it from the ceiling?
It's got some weight to it. It's not like die cast or anything, but there is a lot of electronics that are going on through here. I probably could. If I really, I guess anything is possible, right?
Yeah.
But
that's cool.
Will I? No. Like, will it actually?
I mean, it could save space. Like, what's the clearance on the ceiling there?
You're right. It would give me space to like move around because right now I have no idea where to put this. It just is forcing me to like really analyze down here, and like it's honestly coming down here and seeing the his tank and this helicopter on the floor. I'm like, oh, and a Batmobile. I'm like, yeah, okay, I gotta sell. I gotta get more stuff out of the house. So it's stopping.
Yeah, imagine
me from
like
buying
all
new
you
toys.
have like a whole. You have like a whole other level of storage just waiting. You know?
You're right. I mean, it would be awesome. But there we go.
That's rad.
Of course, there's, that was my first, naturally. Who's the first one I'm going to throw in? Wade. But yeah, dude, it's a really fun toy. I got, hold on, the lights in here, which you can't even, there you go, kind of see it. Oof. So yeah,
like the The command consoles or whatever, the dash, that's cool.
Yeah. And they are way more realistic. Like the whole thing is lit up. And that was something that at SDCC when we got to talk to uh the Joe's team, got to talk to Lenny and Tony, and like that was one of the things that they brought up from the his tank. The little console's neat, but it's more center glowed and then kind of fades out along the
Like
sides.
it bleeds out.
Yeah. Whereas this, they said that no, like we really put time in to make sure it was fully illuminated. Da da da. It's on
Yeah,
both
that
of
looks
them.
really, really good.
Yeah. And it doesn't do other than that. Like it's not like this is not a motorized thing, which would be cool, I suppose. But that would be insane. It does have some nice lighting back there and in the in the cockpit. I'm trying to think what else.
What
And then
kind
you
of
just get the
batteries does it take?
I think this was just was it 3 AA's? 3 AA's, I think.
That's nice. That's nice. As long as they're not like button batteries. Those are the bane of my existence now.
Oh yeah, no. It was regular old AA's. But yeah, see how like this works over here? Oh, that whole thing like popped out on me, but that's okay.
I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, because otherwise it stores. See, it will store it otherwise. The other cool thing about it is you do have this.
Like the turret gun.
Yeah, turret gun. These, so it comes with a ton of decals and like stickers. So this one is called salsa, and this one is called chips. I'm gonna put those on. There's
I'm always.
also
How do you
like,
feel about stickers generally? Because like I got the Super 7 van and I didn't put any stickers on it because I feel like I'm gonna mess them up,
yep,
and if I put them on, eventually they'll come off. And so I'm just like,
yes.
what if I keep it pristine, no stickers?
I've always been a pristine no stickers guy myself. I get so scared and
Yeah, because like
all
once you
of the
stick it, like
things. That's
it can never be pristine again. Like that's it.
I can't tell you the times. Oh, or when I misplace it, and then I like maybe I can, and I try to pick up the corner. No, I screw. It's on. What did I do? So, I probably won't. The only thing is maybe salsa chips, but it's a ton of stuff. Do I have it over
That's
here?
cool.
It was a lot. It was different kinds too. There's shark teeth and. Did I leave it over here? Oh, I do. Hold on, Cody. So as a toy, I do enjoy it. I think it's another just like holy crap, what a cool thing that like 2 for 2 for me. I did not get the Rattler, which is the next big Cobra plane. But I have anybody who gets it is gonna freaking love that one too.
Was it just
But
like a space thing or
oh yeah, dude, I'm maxed.
it's
There's
yeah.
nothing else. I have no more space. I've already been using so like again, I have twins, so they're sharing a room but with bunk beds. But like I knew that one day and now it's like, they're already 5 years old, so in the not too distant future, they're going to need so like basically we have a 3-bedroom house, but we're currently like have a guest room, which is really just like going to be my son's future room. But I had been using that for some of my eBay overflow of toys, and I'm like, it's
How close are you to doing a secret storage unit that you don't tell the wife about?
no man. No, see that's the thing. I would not. She's been so wonderful and supportive this whole entire journey. Um, that I would never want to like actually do that to her. I do enough honestly where I talk and then like disappoint her in the toy realm.
Or it's like
So-
every delivery, like, oh, you got another thing, huh? And it's like, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a lot of stickers actually.
And then look, a third. A
Where do the
lot.
big ones go?
I
Where's
don't
there
know.
even
I don't even know. The one that looks like so the things
because
that
it's big, but like those ones all seem like they can fit. But like, are some of
right.
those just to have for fun? Because like Some of those seem way too big even for the to
Yeah,
put
I
it
don't,
on there.
dude. I have no idea. But how great is it that they give us like the shark tooth, or and then you get this like zombie. So you
That's
literally
cool.
could have two separate distinct looks. I think these are for fun. Like if I had to guess,
Yeah,
those are
because those seem
way
like
too big.
yeah.
I'm trying to. I think that his tank came with stickers too and decals, and
Oh, the base? Are those big stickers for the stand?
Oh, that is for the stand. Thank you. Yes. All right. The big one is for the stand. Yep. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
Mm.
Duh. Okay. Appreciate you. There you go. For the base. Thank you, K Mac. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, that was duh. Duh.
So like you choose which one you put on, or they're meant to like put on like the clear part? What is
No, so here's the directions. See how like there's just the
Oh.
one on there? So I don't know. Like I just assumed it was on. Like I didn't know it was a sticker. I thought that logo when I was looking at the directions was just on it. All right, so now I will use one of those for the base. That's probably as far as I get with the stickers. Maybe chips and salsa. Hell, maybe I'll try the mouth,
Well, because it's also
the
like
shark mouth.
in terms of photography, that does limit you then. Because like then if you're taking a picture and it's like I have
Yeah,
zombie
that's
teeth on it,
true.
so now like every shot is zombie teeth chopper.
I know. Well, here's the other. Oh, speaking of different picture ideas, the cool thing it does come with is so like this turret can swap out to have matching like bombs
Ooh,
payload or whatever here on both sides,
that's cool.
or I could take that out and this is a pulley, like so this could go in there and it's there you go.
Hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
It'd be an epic display.
Oh, I know.
Oh no! This is real uncharted I don't think I've ever seen the microphone stand fall on a stream. We're truly off the rails, folks, and you were here to see it. Will someone super chat Yimbo enough for a Bluetooth pair of headphones? They work wonders, folks. They're magical.
Am I back on now? Can you hear me?
You're back, but you sound awful.
Oh wait, can you hear me now?
Now you're
Okay.
normal.
My goodness. See, this is what happened with these toys. They get so big. I'm not going to complain ever. Like, I never would have imagined I would have a 1/12 scale helicopter in my
Right?
possession.
It is a wild time to be a toy collector. Like, you almost wish they would stop making toys for a few years just so you wouldn't have to worry about it. But it's an embarrassment of riches.
It is. And that's like, I mean, even behind me, I still have Batmobiles I have to open. Like, that's what I was actually thinking about today when I was like organizing stuff. I was like, I might take more figures down and now just have vehicle displays on the shelf because I already have so many toys now in tubs and my Tupperware. Like, just get the vehicles displayed. Oh my god! But yeah, it's an embarrassment of riches. We are in a toy renaissance. Who would have thought? But yes, we so ridiculous. And yes, thank you so much. I guess all right. I guess the cable is silly. I know I'm usually like a mobile streaming guy, but yeah, this is leaving me very restricted. Oh man. Well, thank you so much, Solicitor. Cody, we didn't even get to like I was gonna talk about Cap today.
That's a good looking cap.
He's
Who
pretty.
is
He's
that? Which one is that? Is that Diamond Select?
no, I put there's the Diamond Select one next to him. But that is the Mafex Cap. The Mafex.
Oh, yeah,
Next
that
to the
makes
Diamond
sense.
Select.
Like I should have known from the elbow joints.
Yeah, but I took the Diamond Select or Marvel Select Shield, and with zero mods, I personally think the straps and the shields look great in that way. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun. So I'm okay that we didn't get to any of that stuff because this has been a blast, and I don't know how much more there is to say about this helicopter. It's freaking rad. It's super cool. I have no idea where to put it or photograph.
I think me and I'm sure the chat would agree. Hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Flying vehicles deserve to be in the air.
Yeah,
Look,
you're
you
right. I mean,
do.
you're
I don't know.
right.
Like, you find a stud. I don't know if you get like a chain or fishing wire. You design a cool like clasp system. Like you get like a necklace clasp.
Okay.
Maybe you build some kind of harness to clasp around it. That way, the default, you have it hooked up there. You clasp it. You're good. When you want to
Okay.
take it down, unclasp. Could work.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There is enough space, even if it was just hanging. I know, I'm seeing what I'm seeing. You're not, but like over my table with my Batman diorama, like I have space that could just hang, and then it's just not
And then
taking
you
up
could do.
shelf
Are any
space.
photographers doing aerial photography shots? You could be the first.
I'm
Pioneer.
Sure I'm sure. I'm just gonna be me throwing it up in the air, taking pictures, and then trying to catch it. Oh no! What did I do? This is a terrible idea.
Look, Josh Brown knows what he's talking about. He gets the hanging.
Oh my god! By the way, I'm just catching up as I was knocking mic stands over, and you guys, do it, chew it.
Yeah, Yimbo's only going to take sponsorships from blue companies. Blue Chew, Bluetooth.
Oh, you see,
Only
Marcus?
blue.
My wife is listening. Too funny. If your boom mic lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult a doctor. Very nice. Do you need another arm to hold your dragonfly? Take Blue Chew. Oh, I kind of wish there was a shorter stand. I agree, but when you take it off, Josh, I know you know this. It's just a helicopter, so it doesn't like. I get what you're saying, but like I didn't. That was one I didn't necessarily need, but I do wish. Cody, let me ask you because I haven't tried it yet, but I'm assuming because it's the same two pegs up here, and there's that angle. This should be able to be used either way, depending on the tilt you want, right?
I would think so. I don't see why not. It doesn't seem
Right.
like. Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems.
So
Yeah.
out of the things, it's not too bad. Oh, you know what? Where was I going to show you? Where the hell does the cannon? Where the hell is the things blast out of? I don't even know where
Cannon
to put it now. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Longer.
It came with the two that I showed you from the his tank, and then it also had these two larger pegged ones. And now I'm not sure where this ports in. I thought it would have been like up here. Are these supposed to be for the rockets? Oh, like this maybe? Ooh. Is that what it's supposed to do? Like that? Like blasting out?
Yeah, that looks like it works.
Right. We're starting.
Don't the instructions show?
The instructions are not as detailed as you would think. But maybe something like that, like if you want to have it before it's like firing off, you know, like having it where it's just starting to. I wish these ported into others. Well, I guess it technically does now. All right. I got to stop complaining. Not complaining. Just there's things to do. That again, going back to I like that so much stuff is interchangeable. For the most part. Sorry, let's see. Are they really what? Hasbro making a Quinjet? Are you shitting me?
He says,
is that a real thing?
Do
I see them? Oh, thank you for Cody, English teacher. Missed that right over my head. I would love it. That's been on my speculation list for 5 years now. Thor got him. Feeling soft, Blue Chew. It'll get you hard. Yes, Ray. I think you figured. Yeah, it's something like that. Something like that. Ray Paz also hates those button batteries and 4-hour erections. Sorry. Oh man. All right. Scrolling down, stickers for the stands. Thank you again, Solo Sitter, for everything this evening. I appreciate you greatly. Cody, catch up on things. Press resume when we're ready. That says. Oh, dude. I hope your dog is doing better. How do you say? Is that Giardia?
Giardia, I think. Yeah,
Giardia?
something like that.
Okay.
If you don't already, one good thing to help is like stuff like care credit. Is really nice.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Where you can do, it's like you get like a credit card for medical expenses, and you can do, it's like interest free for like 6 months or a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So Ray, did you know about that? Because that's good info from Cody. That should fear me. Let's see. Oh man, I want to talk about that Mayfix cap. Yes, the Mayfix cap, that might end up being my my midweek stream. Well, maybe I'll do more than one. Holy crap! It's Thanksgiving week. Jeez Louise. All right, I'm just from the ceiling, but in a nosedive type thing where it's angled downward before the Thor aircraft cable. Takes a dive from the ceiling, not a good time. Very true. Get a pulley system. That would be neat. Can you imagine if I had it lowered down during streams and then it goes up at the end of the show?
Like...
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you can hang like a Yimbo banner from it.
That would be neat. Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, I can. Well, thank you, Diggs Figs, our director of tourism. But yes, for again helping out with infrastructure of Yimbonia. Thank you, guys. And yes, a Blue Chew sponsorship would be so crazy. Why am I not surprised it's not out as a plain old $20 chopper from some discount store? I guess it's not in scale. Yeah, that stand is not for me. Like a crooked vase. Yeah, I get what they were going for. It adds a level of dynamism. Dynamism. Thank you. That's what I was trying
Teaching
to
at a school new year.
Let's see. Give me your mic stand. Nah, it still works. We're good. I just knocked it over because I'm a knucklehead. All right. Pulley system makes me think of Frankenstein. True. Ooh, nope. I do now. Thanks, Cody. There we go. See, help them out. Actually,
it's really, really handy. Like, because I've had a ton of vet bills in the past, and that's the only way I would have been able to swing it.
Oh, see, all right, Cody. Follow Too Much New Toys for toy deals. Follow him on TikTok.
Parking, how to act morally. I can be your life coach, folks.
Exactly.
Just trust in me. I will never steer you wrong.
Exactly. Mission accomplished. I'm almost caught up. I did. I might have skipped putting a couple here and there, guys, but what a freaking blast this has been. Man. Cody, I know I could keep this stream going because I am having such a good time, but I also know it's getting past my bedtime. So I should cut it down, but we need to have more live conversations. Sure. It's the vertical live thing on YouTube. It's I can just send you a link, like, and vice versa. It's easy.
Oh, you can join vertical lives?
Yeah. So we'll have to get something going. So if you want to, if there's any other aspect of tonight that you'd like us to elaborate on, let us know right now or in the comments. If you are watching the replay, thank you very much. Hit us up on Instagram or TikTok. TikTok would be more of the Cody world. I'm just a visitor there. Although I should, but I'm just saying, well, you're everywhere. You're everywhere.
Yeah, I spam everywhere. That's the way to be, folks.
That's good. And yes, Cody, I love having Cody on. He gets the link most of the time.
It's always very, very fun.
Yeah. That's right, except when it's heist time. That's
Hey, man. You can't have a bunch of strict rule followers on a heist.
Says the TMNT3 fanboy. Yeah,
banned.
Yeah.
Diggs is banned. Revoke his membership. We don't need TMNT 3 haters.
All love here. All love here. Hashtag we won Cody. My friends, this has been amazing. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. And everybody in the chat, holy crap, this has been a blast. And don't let the NECA thing get you that. If you have a second Donnie lab, you will get aura. You'll get those max aura points from the universe for doing, if you send it back, don't worry. But if also you'd rather keep it because this is fucking bullshit, then no loss of aura points. Just just don't let it stress you out. No need for anxiety.
Yeah, just warn your bank about
Yeah.
a seedy NECA company that may be doing charges.
But this has been a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to dissect this situation in what I like to think is our humorous and also, we didn't hit anybody too hard, except their fucking business section of their company. I'll punch that section in the face all day. Talk to me like that. Talk to my friends like that. NECA customer service, you sons of bitches. Cody, you have any plans for going live this week? We didn't get to talk about Starscream. That's what we need to talk about. I'll join you on a live.
Starscream is good.
Yeah.
I do need to do. I've gone deep into Joy Toy.
You son of a bitch.
Oh.
They really got you. Yeah, they got you hard. That
You don't even
Blue
know.
Chew
You
joke.
don't even know.
See, Blue Chew. Yo, you want your Joy Toys to get you hard? Tonight, after the stream, get some Blue Chews in your belly. Oh, shit.
End the stream.
Yeah.
Cut this man off.
All right, Tarkimos, this is Beyonds. So thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us, listen to our insanity and our nonsense and us talking about toys. Hope you have a great rest of your evening and have a great start to your week and an excellent, for those of you celebrating, have a happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, stay away from those Blue Chews. Right? All right. See ya.
That'd be a cool sponsorship.